Welcome to RTK Adventures.
We're here in the Windy City, just off our cruise, and now we're bundled up, or at least Renee is here.
Yeah.
We are here for Chicago Restaurant Week. The final day, we got to be able to, on the front end of our cruise, take in Restaurant Week, and then we're going to wrap it up here with Restaurant Week again. It is Sunday, February 5th. We are going to Mastro's for a steakhouse experience. I always wanted to try this place. Nothing better than trying it on Restaurant Week. Let's go check it out.
We have received some bread at our table. It looks so delicious. So we've got some French rolls, a crispy toast, some pretzel roll. Looks all very delicious.
Speaking of nice and warm, this pretzel bun is real hot and real fresh. Nice crispness to it. I'm not going to do any butter on this, but a very nice crisp texture. When you bite into it, it just is a very pillow, soft pretzel like you would anticipate a pretzel to be like. It's really good.
We both started off with the French onion soup. So I'm looking forward to it. There's like a little bit of cheese and then mini croutons inside. So let's give it a try. It's a very smoky flavor to it. Like I said, saltiness, smoky flavor to it. Very delicious.
It's my turn to give this a try. Renee mentioned the croutons, the cheese. It does have cheese. You can see it kind of hanging here. Definitely has that smokiness that Renee was talking about. It has really full flavor. Real good, I would say that. Crouton is very good as well. I hadn't mentioned it, but it has a really nice presentation in this really nice tin container that they probably throw in the broiler to melt the cheese. Really good presentation. I think as we got into it a little bit, I would have anticipated some more onions. So on the at least the portion we got, there wasn't as much onion as I would anticipate from an onion soup, but overall, to the end, it was really good.
Looks like a very delicious supper. We both got an 8-ounce filet mignon, medium rare. The sides they mentioned were pretty hefty, and they weren't kidding. We got a baked potato and macaroni and cheese. And as you see, the baked potatoes is as big as the fork. The sides to mention, at least in the Restaurant Week for Mastro's, was not included in the Restaurant Week price, which is fine. It's usually the sides are a little bit extra, about around $15 per plate. I don't even know how to describe it. Perfect char. The flavor inside matches what is on top. It's so tender and juicy. Wow. I like this better than the one I had over at Capitol Grill. This is delicious.
All right, well, let's get into the steak. It looks so good. Really good char on it, as Renee was saying. And it really does pull into the full meat flavor as you're cutting through it. It's a really well-balanced flavor in the steak. Cooked to perfection, perfect medium rare. A couple of the recent steakhouses we've been to, the medium rare has been a little cooked above medium rare, so this one is really well cooked. So when they're pulling the cheese out, it's almost like a cheese pull at like a Giordano. So I'm gonna almost cut it as though it's spaghetti, so I'm not having to spin it here. So let's see how that works out. Not well. Kind of, sort of. But here we go. The macaroni noodles are very small, which really pulls in that cheese flavor. Spice is really good. It is pretty cheesy, so if you're wanting a cheesy mac, this is the place to go. I like a lot of cheese, so this is really good for me.
As you see, it was very difficult to put on my plate, but it is sour cream, butter, cheese, chives, and bacon. Can't go wrong with all that. It's so soft, good flavor. Again, you can't go wrong with a loaded baked potato.
All right, my turn to give this a try. Looks so good. You know, real crushed down bacon, cheese, sour cream, butter. You can't go wrong. Off camera, Renee talked about adding a little bit of salt and pepper. After her first bite, I think I'll definitely need to add a little bit of salt and pepper, but overall, I think it's really good too.
For dessert, I got the cheesecake. It looks so delicious. The fresh fruit and everything, so. It's very creamy, very delicious. Has that good cheesecake flavor. Must have some like crusted nuts on top or graham cracker crumble. It's a very smooth cheesecake and it's very delicious.
I went with their warm butter cake, and this looks delicious. Real spongy as you break into it. Ice cream on top. Got like a sugar crystal top to it. I don't know how to explain it really, other than it's really good, and Renee's gonna have to try this.
It's interesting. It's not bad, but I'm glad I went with the cheesecake.
Am I gonna get a try of this?
Okay.
It's got a nice frosted top. I forget what they call that one on a cheesecake. Just a heavy whip. And the cheesecake, I wonder how long she's gonna let me just keep digging into this. That's good.
Okay. We just wrapped up our wonderful steak dinner here at Mastro Steakhouse. Highly, highly impressed. And as we said at the beginning, this is a restaurant that we've always wanted to try.
Our steaks were cooked to perfection. The sides were huge. We're taking the to-go bag that Renee has here. Just a filling meal. I had to loosen my neck here. It was just filling. The service was very attentive. Our waters were always full. I was asking if we wanted another beverage. Just great service staff. Alondra was our server. Just wonderful attention. Just really nice. Thank you if you happen to see this. Just you did an incredible job. You know, just overall, it was $59 for the steak, which included the soup, the steak, and then also the dessert. The sides were additional. I think it was $14 for the mac and cheese, $15 for the potato. Just really good. Overall, if you can get through a steakhouse under $200 with the wine and a beer in Chicago, take that opportunity. So that's what we did here today. Just a real fun time. We're in Chicago here because we just flew in today from our cruise. Took in the sunset, a different sunset here. You know, you got billboards in this sunset here, but just overall a fun travel day to end it here. Now we're going about 2.5 hours back to Madison. So until next time, see you soon.